Hello and welcome to the Devil Cyborg Podcast. It's a new theme. I've got sick of getting copyright warnings from YouTube, so I'm just like, fine, I'll pick one out of your library. But this one's actually quite nice, so... Well, new theme to kick off the show. It's episode 23, and I Want to Die, but more on that later. Well, technically, more on that now, because we're kicking off straight into what's been happening in the life of Devil. And yeah, I've had a lot of coursework. I think that's the best way to put it. It's not been fun. I can admit that for a fact. I've had 4 different coursework deadlines in the same day, which is today. So it's been tough. Like the last week and a bit, it's been absolutely tough on me. It's tested me to my psychological peak. You know, oh boy, it hasn't been fun. But luckily, it's all over now. But I'm still scarred for life. Like some of them were easy. One of them was literally just a edit of a first draft I already had, which going to a final draft. I did resubmit it 3 times because every time I had submitted it after, someone sent over, oh, here's some new feedback for you, and I'm like, god damn it. So that was fun, at least. The one that really stumped me the most, I say stumped, more like this is the one that brought me to my lowest low. Basically, what happened was, for the last 3 days, excluding today, which is a Friday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I can assume you know your days of the month. Days of the month. Come on, Devil. Days of the week. I've had to work on my further programming coursework, which is creating a JavaFX program, which is like a graphic user interface and all that for a puzzle game, and every part of it has just been hurting me. But that's all done. Oh Jesus, it was so much. I swear to you, I have never had something as painful as that. It seems like I'm not giving a stellar review of university life. But it is good, but it's when the coursework hits, that's the bad thing. Besides that, that's all over. I'm happy about that. Getting that mark in around about maybe a month or so, maybe even more. Ooh. But what else have I been doing personally? Well, last episode, I think I dropped quickly that I've been on a Doctor Who binge, of course. Binging through every season of Doctor Who. I found newfound love for it, and I've been watching on Netflix. I've currently got to... I don't know what season I'm on. It's either season 6 or season 7. I don't know where they intertwine. All I know is the episode with Hitler happens, so... good shit. I've got past 9th, I've got past 10th, and I think I'm near the end of 11. So, yeah. Binging's going well, yes. I should be able to continue that this weekend, because I'm going home for the weekend. Basically, seeing my family. It's been a long time since I've seen my family. I say that, actually. I last saw my dad last week, I think. Yeah, I last saw my dad last week, and he cycled all the way from our hometown to Brighton, which is I think it was was it 40? No, it couldn't have been a 45-minute cycle. Or was it? Ooh. No, it's definitely more than that. Was it 45 miles? No. Either way, he cycled all the way from our hometown to Brighton, and we went to the local bar, which is on campus. He got a Strongbow Dark Fruit, I got a Coke and vodka, and we had some cheesy chips to share, and it was quite nice just seeing him. And the fact that he cycled all the way out here, because I think all he was doing was cycling to a certain place, and he was like, fuck it, you know what, I'll go all the way to Brighton, which I love his commitment. I couldn't cycle for that long, and Like he's really good at cycling. He's done like European tours and shit like that. So yeah, it was nice to see him. But unfortunately, last episode we did put the little clickbaity title "Zero Wrestling Talk." Now it's wrestling talk because two, I guess you could say, pay-per-views happened this weekend, not this weekend. Last week, two pay-per-views happened. We had New Japan's Wrestling Dontaku days 1 and 2, and we had WWE Backlash. I feel I should get the bad shit out of the way first. WWE Craplash is an absolute pile of shit. I stayed up till 4:30 a.m. to watch the whole thing. I think you can tell that I regret that decision. Well, let's put it in perspective, okay? The pre-show match, it was okay. Nothing special, of course. Nothing's ever going to be special from a pre-show match. I don't think there's ever been a special pre-show match, unless it's a WrestleMania one. And again, they still what I want. But either way, with all of this, opening the show, Seth Rollins vs. The Miz. I watched this, and unfortunately, on my stream I was watching it on, it literally cut out through the finish, so I didn't get to see the stomp, as Michael Cole calls it. I literally just saw Seth, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And that was kind of annoying. Yeah, other than that, that was a really good match, and they do really well together. Then we go into the shitstorm. Nia Jax vs Alexa Bliss was awful, and especially the promo after, with Nia being be a star, don't let anyone tell you can't be anything and all that stuff. It's really forced. Jeff Hardy vs Randy Orton was very, very just. I was just idly watching this at this time. Like I was just playing some TW, talking to New Japan a lot, and this was on the background basically. Daniel Bryan defeated Big Cass by submission, and then Big Cass beat him up after. Oh jeez. Oh Jesus. Carmella defeated Charlotte Flair nearly cleanly by attacking the injured knee of Charlotte after she did a moonsault and rolling up. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in no contest after they both nutted themselves and couldn't get out for the 10 count. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the most predictable, boring match in the world. And Roman Reigns with Samoa Joe started off well with a little pre-match beatdown by Samoa Joe and went straight into rest holds. Oh boy! I feel like I went through that quite quickly. And in honesty, that's really what I wanted to do. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I mean, the only good things were the Seth Rollins and Miz match, and to an extent, the Elias segment, just for how kind of stupid it was. Other than that, they've now started the build to Money in the Bank, so you've got Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, which was a Money in the Bank qualifier match, so Braun Strowman's going in. Got Ember Moon going to the women's one, so it looks like it's going to be multi-brand matches. Finn Balor defeated Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn to qualify for his. And you must be thinking, wait, Roman Reigns beat Samoa Joe, but Finn Balor beat Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn? Yes. Jinder Mahal interfered to attack Roman Reigns. Who's the heel? I want you to ask me this. Who's the fucking heel in this? It's Vince McMahon. Other than that, what else? What else has happened? There was a Mojo Rawley Seth Rollins match for the IC title because Seth Rollins so been challenging everyone, and and then on SmackDown, The Miz beat Jeff Hardy, the US champion, to qualify for the Money in the Bank match. which may mean The Miz versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship later on. Who knows? Ooh, who knows? Ooh. Daniel Bryan versus Rusev, where Daniel Bryan beaten by Rusev. Rusev Day. Heyo. In honesty, a lot of people are saying, oh, they're burying Daniel Bryan, making him feel like a mid-card. He's literally just been cleared from concussion problems, and you want him to go into a fucking ladder match. Good on you. Good on you. I want to see a guy with concussions go into a ladder match. I don't want to see it come out like fucking Benoit. Jesus. And Charlotte Flair versus Peyton Royce, where Charlotte Flair beat Peyton Royce. I thought the match on SmackDown between Mandy Rose and Becky Lynch, that was a qualifying match as well, but apparently it wasn't, so Becky Lynch still has a chance, apparently. Yeah, Mandy Rose won. Mandy Rose won something. That's pretty sick. Hey-oh. I don't know why I go hey-oh so much, but hey-ho. New Japan Wrestling Dontaku, though. Well, according to Meltzer, and I don't say this often, according to Meltzer, it was pretty lit. Of course, this is the first ever 2-day Wrestling Dontaku. Something, really. So shall we just go over all this and see what we got? So, I'll go over the big matches which happened. So, on night one, we had, starting off the big matches of the night, we had, oh my god, I didn't even know this. People are calling this Villain Party. But apparently, they're called the Super Villains. So, Super Kick, Villain. Marty Scurll, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson defeated the Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa, or Tangaroa, depending if you're Japanese. And they won this Never Six-Man Tag Team Championship. So, it's quite big. They've finally got it off Bullet Club from Wrestle Kingdom. Oh no, someone won at Wrestle Kingdom and then it went back to them. Either way, it's a title change, it's quite big. Bullet Club to Bullet Club. But luckily, what happened afterwards is they shook hands. They seemed to be respectful towards now because Bullet Club for life. That's the wrong theme. Never mind. Next up, a 10-man tag, Los Ingobernables de Japón, so all the members of that, versus Suzuki-gun, which consisted of Nora Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., Tai Chi, the Holy One, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado. LIJ won, of course they would. I think they're building, of course Tetsuya Naito is the IC champion, but he keeps coming out for his IC championship. And Evil and Snarder are tag team champions. Good nahud. There was a tag team match between Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada, so the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and the Heavyweight Champion versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kushida. Chaos won that, and it seems they're going full Chaos, this, as you'll see later. And in some Bullet Club tension matches, Cody defeated Kota Ibushi with a new finisher he used, so something new from Cody, probably building towards a Cody Omega match if Cody's getting a bit of traction by beating Ibushi. Oh god, if Omega wins, I'll tell you about that later. But if Omega wins, Cody's gonna be oh boy, oh no. Anyway, and after that, the main event, Hangman Page's first New Japan main event, Kenny Omega defeated Hangman Page. No stipulation. I think after that, brought out with people and it was all nice and shit like that. Quite nice, you know. I think even Hangman Page came in on the fucking Bullet Club for life thing, which is very odd. Like Cody didn't. Oh no, Cody tried to come out, and then Kenny Omega chased him, and then all the Bullet Club came in. Too sweet, because New Japan Wrestling Dontaku is technically their anniversary show because they formed at Wrestling Dontaku. It was like a little nice thing, but it looks like Omega and Cody are like kind of outside the Bullet Club at the moment because they cover. So nice in the Bullet Club, but Cody and Omega are somewhere else. Night 2, we had another 10-man tag. LIJ again, the whole 5 yards versus Nora Suzuki, Killer Elite Squad, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado. Of course, LIJ won again. Not much to say about this. LIJ win, really. It looks like Evil and Sonata are going to face Killer Elite Squad. Naito is going to face Suzuki one more time. And Bushi and Hiromu, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. There we go. Ooh, okay. Jesus. But yeah, what else? Oh yes, the Bullet Club, bad. Oh, of course, Team Kenny vs Team Cody. Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, Tangaroa, and the Golden Lovers Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi defeated the Bullet Club. Cody, Hangman Page, Scarlet Scale, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. This was where the fucking Too Sweet to Everyone happened. I was an idiot. It didn't happen that because very odd for Hangman Page. But after Cody and Omega kind of brought her out to the back and all that stuff, and then Fale, Tama, Tanka. I don't think Kota, because Kota's technically not part of Bullet Club. Hangman Page, Matt Scale, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and then of course Yujiro and Chase Owens came out. Too Sweet, as all that jazz. And then the big main events of Wrestling Dontaku, we had Will Ospreay retain his IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Kushida. So another big defense by Ospreay. But afterwards, Tama Tonga comes out, applauses Will Ospreay, and kind of warns him about a new danger that's coming. And out behind him, we've waited for it. We've waited for it. It's fucking Bone Soldier. Motherfucking Bone Soldier. Oh my god. I was hyped. I was hoping it was going to be Katsuya Kitamura. But it was actually Taiji Ishimori. You may know him from Impact or Noah. He's now in New Japan Pro Wrestling as Bone Soldier. You could call him Taiji Ishimori, but he's also, I guess you could call him Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori. There we go, that's nice. And he attacked Will Ospreay, and with Best of the Super Juniors coming up, he's now become one of the favourites to win the tournament to actually challenge Ospreay. So, something big there. And finally, Okada retained against Tanahashi. Meltzer's rated this 5.5 stars. It was a good match. It's Okada and Tanahashi, they are fire when they work together. And yeah, Okada's just keep on trucking on. But after the match, so this was, I think it says, doesn't it? This is Okada's 12th successful defense, which I think breaks the record, but I'm not sure. It might, I don't know. Who knows? But either way, afterwards, he's like, look, I want to challenge someone at Dominion, and it best be a fucking good match. I'm challenging Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is yet again thrust into a match with Kazuchika Okada, because why the hell not? They're always great when they work together. And it's announced that they'll be fighting in a 2 out of 3 falls match with 0 time limit. So this match could go on for 5 days, which I think no New Japan Pro Wrestling fan is afraid of, really. Yeah, big things from New Japan right now. They're really going full head steam to Best Super Juniors and Dominion, whereas WWE are shitting bed. But either way, enough of the wrestling talk. We're now into the music review section, and of course, I've been reviewing some more albums since the last episode. We've reviewed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums, which I think is less than the last time. But hey ho, let's see what we have reviewed. So straight after last time. Last time we ended on Adventure by Madian, or we started with it because it was time of all that. I don't remember. But last time what happened was, well, actually, let's start with the first one. AM by Arctic Monkeys. I was just like this by Ducky Okara in 95 Degrees. I gave it an 8. It's a great album, just filled with bangers. Like the first 2 songs, the first 3 songs actually, all of them are really good bangers. They're easy to listen to. Um, I mean, not many of the songs trigger like an emotional response in me. It's just kind of like good songs that you can listen to while you're relaxing and all that stuff. Um, like there are some great songs like "Why Do You Only Call Me High," "Are You Mine," "Do I Want to Know." They're all questions I just noticed. Um, they're great songs, but I can't give it like a 9, so I've given it an 8. Um, Next up, I'll suggest this one. It's "What" by Bo Burnham. This was a live comedy music album, which I was expecting just some comedy songs and it would be kind of fun and all that stuff. It was a live performance. It was quite nice to listen to while I was doing all my work. Just this is actually pretty funny, you know. I'm enjoying it. But I gave it a 6 because I'm looking for like stuff which I re-listen to, and I wouldn't re-listen to a whole live comedy stand-up kind of thing. Know there's songs in it, so yeah, I gave it a 6. That next up was "The Hype" by Hoodie Allen. Now this was suggested by a long-time viewer of the podcast, Tag, who always puts quality content in the comments. If you're early, you might not be there yet. If you're late, he's already put quality content. Just look down; you'll probably see quality content. It's a fairly good album. Some of the songs aren't like don't link to me, but that's because I'm not really a fan of the music genre and all that. But the opening song, like, is always great when the opening song's like really hype on because it gets you into the album. And as I was listening for it, there was no song that made me think I'm gonna skip this. So it was really good in that sense. And it's a good album. And if you're into artists like Hoodie Allen, I don't know who Hoodie Allen's like. If you ever heard of him, if you like stuff like Hoodie Allen, then it's a good album for you. You know Hoodie Allen, you probably already listened to it. But I've given it a 7 out of 10. I was suggested "After Laughter" by Paramore. Again, another album I have listened to. Hits of the single are catchy, positive sounding, and make you happy, or if you are a fan of the album, make happy. Some songs are a bit odd. There's the last one, "No Friend," which ends like a minute long outro, which is really odd, and it just kind of like ruins the whole flow of the album. But either way, it is a great album. And at the time, it was the last suggested one on my list, so I had nothing to go to afterwards. So I was like, fuck. Other than that, it get a good grade. It got an 8. The next one up was "Sorry Mum" by Destroy Boys. This was a very short review, I should say. What I put was, some of this was good, some of it was awful, the last song was atrocious. I think after this I was kind of thinking, do I really care enough to actually review? It's an all-female band, or all that stuff. And the name Destroy Boys seems like they're kind of a bit feminism and all that. I'm not shitting on it. Some of it just felt a bit. And the last song literally was just someone improvising, which was the guy and improvising and doing really stupid shit, and it wasn't good. So I gave it a 5. Like some of the songs, like they're actually good. Like they had a good flow to it, but it was just too many problems. Like it was decent. It was decent. That's all I could say. And the last album that has been reviewed is "Melodrama" by Lorde. So really, I've reviewed "Pure Heroine" by Lorde, which got an 8. And amazingly, "Melodrama" also gets an 8. Lorde is the 8-ball queen. So it's a beautiful album. It starts off with this hit single "Green Light." Of course, you heard it on the radio. It's a really good song. It takes you on a musical journey. Some of the songs don't pique my interest. I think on the re-listen, I did actually skip a song from "Melodrama." But some of the others were just pure marvels to listen to. So it's kind of like a little bit of a potluck. Some of them are really marvelous, and some of them a bit like, is this really good? I don't know. But other than that, I'd recommend listening to it. I gave it an 8, of course. That's the music reviews all done. Which means we only have one thing to do now, and that is the Seraha Q&A, and of course, you can enter questions at Devil Cyborg. So, actually, yeah, I'm going to double check it just quickly. cyborgsaraha.com. It doesn't work. So if you just type in no spaces, devilcyborg.sarahah.com. Sarahah is SARAHAH.com. You will be able to ask me anything, and you could probably get your question into the next episode of the Devil Cyborg Podcast, episode 24, boys. Hey-o! But for now, we're going to kick in and get a cheeky bit of questions right now. So, the first question I got is, can I rock an afro? Of course, it's the person asking who's asking if they can rock an afro, and I know who's asking these, because it's this person called Fate from 95 Degrees. He used to have an afro. I think he cut it a bit. Might still have the afro, I'm not sure. I think he rocks an afro quite well. So, Fate, you rock an afro. Next up, I don't know who asked this, because of course, Sarah is anonymous, so I cannot see who asked this unless I know you too well. What's so fascinating about wrestling? Now, you look at WWE these days, and you'll find it hard pressed to find, sometimes. What I find... someone says what's so fascinating about wrestling, I feel it's a personal opinion. Like, some people like the athletics, some people like the stunts. What I like is the stories and the characters, and it's why I've grown to love New Japan quite a lot, because there's so many characters. Like, just to off the head of the top four, there's this cocky chosen one who is literally called the Rainmaker because he has so much gold. That's probably not why he's nicknamed the Rainmaker, but hey-ho. There's this the older one of the group of the top four who used to be the big top guy of the whole promotion, draw it from its bad days, but is the only one who still believes that he's the best person on the roster, as in he's like the ace and all that. You've got a guy who lives this life of not caring and just promotes this whole chill, like, tranquil mood, but still kind of wreaks havoc from time to time. And you've got this, you've got the whole Bullet Club storyline with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega used to be called the Cleaner, part of Bullet Club, like Cleaner as in a hitman, kind of assassinating his targets and all that. But now he's the best bout machine, putting on great matches, but it's kind of the whole Bullet Club story is taken over him because got back with Kota Ibushi, his tag team partner. Bullet Club's kind of breaking apart, so it's a lot on his plate, and it's all these stories and stuff like that, and the characters beside him just create such a great thing for wrestling. And even in WWE, there are some stories that are good. They haven't had it for a while, but there are some good WWE stories. So what I find fascinating about wrestling is the stories and characters, because it is just, some of it is just a soap opera. But I enjoy that soap opera. Next question. Why is the Dancing Queen 17 years old? How does this hierarchy work? I haven't actually thought about this question. I saw this one and I was like, okay, how am I going to answer this? So, what it could be is she's an orphan. As in, actually I need to double check with I apologise for this. It seems there may be a lawnmower right outside my house. This is a great... Wait, look. I think he's gone. Okay, he's good. Right. Okay, so, it could be that her parents died in the most morbid way, and that's how the hierarchy went down to her. The Dancing Queen could be 17 years old, because as her mother and father died, she was the only child, therefore she was the one who got the she got the reign of the kingdom, or the Dancing Kingdom, if you will. That was more, but Jesus. Someone put hashtag Fate for Manager 2020. How about no fate? And finally, Dalla esta quepa alegre macarena, que tu quepa es padele agre cos buena. Dale tu quepa alegre macarena, macarena. I think that was the best Spanish I can do. But either way, that is the end of the episode. So next episode should be coming out on time, hopefully. And hopefully I won't have to do a late night update just saying, hey guys, I fucked up. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. It will be coming back to Thursdays at 8 PM. But for now, have fun with your day, and I will see you soon.